Okay, welcome back everyone to another episode of Yoda's Hut. I'm Bill. I go by Yodaman on the boards, and once again, I'm joined by Derek. Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Doing good.
All right, so in this matchup between myself and Jerry, I am playing a Smugglers deck that was suggested by Brimstorm from the boards, and Brim and I used to play a lot on Octagon a year or so ago. He's kind of doesn't seem to be on there quite as much, but he's a good player, great guy. And his deck featured two Bucket of Bolts, two Secret Weapons, two Fortune and Fate, two Against All Odds, one Along the Gamma Run, and one Beyond the Rim. And Jerry was playing a Sith deck that he's played several times against me that was not actually suggested right on the Yoda's Hut thread, but it was one I noticed on the deck suggested main page that was suggested by Ristal on the boards. It's a Sith deck with two Ghosts of the Dark Side, two Dark Council, two Dark Lord of the Sith, two Encounter at Sturgeon Prime, and two Power of the Dark Side. So a pretty interesting matchup here. And as I mentioned, that Jerry's played this Sith deck quite a few times, and what we've been playing around with it, and really likes it. And I think this is the first time we're going to do an episode that features it here. So any first impressions of our decks that we're going to see in this matchup, Derek?
I've been kind of interested to see a deck similar to this Sith one he's got, especially because I used to always love that pod with the Force Wraiths and the Force. It's not Force Storm. I think Shockwave is what they call
Force
it. Yeah,
Shockwave, right?
So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see all the tricks that those pods can potentially work with, with the Dark Council and see how well it goes.
Right.
The Smuggler one also, I haven't seen a deck that really uses Fortune and Fate well, so I kind of want to see what it can do in there. I have yet to build a Smuggler vehicle deck that really takes advantage of Well Paid and the new Beyond the Rim and stuff, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how it goes here.
All right, so it looks like we're flipping up our objectives, and Jerry's got Dark Lord of the Sith, Power of the Dark Side, and Dark Council. And I've started with two Against All Odds and Fortune and Fate. So not too bad. So Dark Lord of the Sith, the new Vader pod from GA, so when your opponent's conflict phase starts, they have to put a focus token on a non-vehicle unit. So that might actually not come into play quite as much in this game. Power of the Dark Side is if you win the Force struggle by 3 or more icons, you do it damage to each enemy unit committed to the Force. And Dark Council there, which is the Janus set, that's got the reaction that after a damaged unit is focused to strike once per turn, you can put an extra focus on it. So Against All Odds is the bonus, the blast bonus. If you have less cards in hand than your opponent, each unit gets an extra blast. And Fortune and Fate just has 2 resources, so that kind of helps get stuff out earlier, but it doesn't do anything else.
Yeah, the double Against All Odds definitely gives you a lot of damage potential.
Yeah. So it looks like Jerry's playing Vader's Meditation Chamber. Oh wait, he's backing up here. He probably has some Sith. Okay, so he's got a Sith
you
warrior.
Want to play a Force user first.
Right, so I think you Force user or Force sensitive, so the Sith warrior is Force sensitive. Now you can play the Vader's Meditation Chamber for free.
Yep.
Now the Sith warrior's got black gun, white gun, and it's also got shielding there.
Yeah, he's a really good unit.
Yeah.
So he's well costed.
And then he's going to play a Force Wraith for 3. So the Force Wraith are from Ghosts of the Dark Side, which pod hasn't seen as much play lately. It's got its ability is while it's committed to the Force, its icons count to the Force struggle even if it's exhausted. And it does have a blast too, this in case you need it in a pinch.
Yeah, it was one of the first units to get something like that, where you could strike with it and still make use of it.
Yeah, so I'm holding all the cards. I think I probably skipped all the, I didn't discard anything. I didn't.
Yeah, after your draw phase.
After my draw phase, yeah. So I gave Jerry some more cards, but that's probably what I do. And there's Central Computer. Now, that has a neat ability. It's the Smuggler affiliated resource that you can draw a card from the bottom of your deck if you want to when you're supposed to draw, but I never seem to use it. So I got a Shifty Lookout.
I don't think it really does anything by itself, but you have cards like the Lady Luck, I think,
or
whatever, that can put a card
on the
under
bottom.
your deck, and then you know it's there. You can get it
Yeah.
back.
So unfortunately, I had to focus the shifty lookout, so I won't be able to get Jerry to actually have less cards than me no matter what he did. But I'm gonna send the stolen ATST in after Dark Lord of the Sith. So that's got a gun, it's got a blast, and it basically can't be affected by things while it's ready. So
Yeah, see, that's the problem with. I mean, you're half vehicle, half characters, whatever. But if you got any characters at all, they're probably the decent ones, like Dash or the Shifty Lookout that you want to be
right,
able to use. And Vader's location, even though it can't hit half the guys, it can still hit a lot of important ones, which
right.
gives you less options for. You couldn't, for example, take it there on the other unit. You have to put it on the lookout because he's the only legal target.
Right. I guess if it's got one of Beyond the Rim, so if I had one of those navigation droids there, that would at least help a little bit. All right, so we're going to edge battle. He's defending with the Sith warrior and putting a shield on the Dark Lord of the Sith. Now I do have heat of battles in this deck thanks to Bucket of Bolts, so maybe I could get lucky and take out this Sith warrior here. It's like I only put
Yeah.
one in and passed. I'm probably trying to just get him to have more cards so I can actually take advantage of against all odds bonus here.
Well, then you would put more cards in.
Yeah, I had a target. He had, what is that? Echoes, it looks like. So he's
Yeah.
going to echoes my stolen ATSD. That kind of stinks. I had a target. He'll block that with the shield.
Now, the ATST just can't be affected by anything until
Right.
it's focused, right?
Yeah, so he should have taken that shield off there. I wonder why he didn't with the target. And then I just played holding on the cards, which I think gave him more cards than me. The
Yeah.
way that worked out with how many cards we had. Yeah, I'm pointing towards
Yeah, I
something.
think it looks like you guys missed the target because he didn't take any damage. He didn't put a shield on it.
Yeah, I think I'm saying, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
there
pointing
it
out there.
is.
Yeah, I said, are you going to use the target? Okay. And I think I caught him off guard there by the way I did that he ended up with more cards than me. I think he
Yeah.
was thinking that wouldn't happen, but that we're even. So, and I was reminding him if I play holding on the cards, and even though we're each drawing two, I've gotten rid of one of mine. So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna get to
I've
do
been hit by that a few times.
yeah. So I get to do 3 damage to Dark Lord of Sith, even though now my stolen ATST is double focused. And I will probably just pass turn here and let the dial go up to 3.
Yeah, you got nobody you can commit because of that Dark Lord of the Sith.
Right. Yep.
Super annoying.
And even if I had, the Force Wraith's going to help you keep that stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the Force Wraith is really good in combination, like looking at this with trying to get power of the dark side to go off in the events in that Palpatine set.
Mm-hmm.
Because it helps you keep it even if they're locked down.
Yeah, the only downside to looking at it is nowadays when you've got things like your Yodas and Luke that have 3-4 pips, you
Right.
kind of want those on cards that have more than 2. 2 is
Right.
kind of the minimum
Right.
that you commit nowadays.
Right. See, I think a good there's the Imperial functionary, which is going to turn off any protection I might have gotten from those navigation droids unless I can kill it.
Yeah.
So that while they're on the board, your opponent like loses all instances of protect basically.
Yeah, very effective unit. Again,
Yeah.
for pretty cheap. It's definitely worth it.
Yep.
That's the nice thing about a lot of the GA pods that I figured out with the decks I've built is not only do you get the good main, but typically the second unit is also good.
Yeah. So he's going to commit the functionary there. And that's what do you do? Oh, so and then he triggered Power of the Dark Side to do a damage to my
Yeah.
stolen ATST. So I think that thing's going to die pretty soon. And I forgot to refresh my actual. There we go.
Yeah, because he's going to be able to do that a second time
Yeah.
probably on his turn. He may even do it and kill it before, then if you don't do something about the Force this turn.
Right. And I think it's going to be awfully hard for me to do much with that Force Wraith out. I need a bunch, so I just played a navigation droid. So at least I could protect the damage that might hit the stolen ATST.
Well, no, remember that's turned off, isn't it? Because of the other guy. I thought you
Oh,
said you
that's right. I can't
your
protect.
protect is
Yeah,
gone.
that's not good. I probably shouldn't have bothered to play him. Looks like I see Dash. I see a Falcon. I don't know if I want to play Falcon. I guess I could. That's pretty powerful. I could probably blow up Dark Lord of the Sith at least if I put Falcon out.
That at least let you wake up
Yeah.
the shifty for the future turns.
All right. So I'm gonna play Dash.
Kind of wish it was the other Falcon.
Yeah, I sure do. All right. I focused the navigation droid as we went to conflict here.
Yeah, because at least then you can keep shifty lookout uh, unfocused, or because he doesn't have a focus token on him right now.
Right. That's right.
So that'll give you at least some advantage.
Right. So I'm not sure what I'm swinging. I'm swinging at Dark Lord of the Sith here, probably. So Dash,
Yeah,
he's got the black gun, the black tactics, then he gets a black blast for each card your opponent has in hand. So,
yeah, and with the against all odds out there, I mean, he's probably gonna easily take that out unless he just dumps his whole hand
right.
and then hopes you don't have another holding all the cards.
Yeah, I don't know if I've already played two of them.
Yeah, you played two, but we know there's four in the deck. 'Cause
Yeah.
you got both against all odds out there.
Yep. So it looks like I've got 4 cards in hand, and I think he has 4 or 5 because I think he only played the functionary last turn. So
Yeah, he didn't do anything else.
yeah, so I gotta think if I'm him. Oh, he's gonna play administrative detainment uh, on Dash. That kind of stinks. So he did that after I declared. So now he could actually, well, if he wanted to, he probably could kill Dash.
Now the detainment that puts a tactics on what does it hit? I don't remember.
It just hits character units or droids, I think. So
Okay, so it's just a straight tactics.
yeah, so I'm playing a holding all the cards there.
Hey, you did have it.
Yeah. I guess I did it there, even though he didn't choose to block, so I got the one unopposed. Too bad I didn't have a target to throw in there too. I could have blown it up even without being locked down. But so I'm a little surprised he didn't just defend with a Sith Warrior, if nothing else, and put the shield on there because there wouldn't have been anything I could do.
Yeah, and he would have got 2 unit damage on you as
Yeah.
well. So it's not like you're going to make another attack this turn. All you got is a shifty lookout.
Yeah, I gotta think I'm just gonna sit back and let him keep forcing. The dial's just gonna go up to 5.
Yeah, so, I think you would have been better off to block with the Warrior, or even the Warrior and the Wraith if you could win Edge.
Yeah.
And he could have killed Dash.
Yep, so he's gonna kill that. Now, I was trying to protect, and I think we're gonna realize I can't because of the stupid functionary.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, and then after he takes force on his turn, you will be able to finish that thing off.
Right. Yeah, because it has 3 health, so.
Right.
I don't know why I didn't just play Falcon. And now he's going to play Telekinetic Strike at the end of his turn.
That is such a fun card.
Yeah, focus the Sith Warrior, and then he'll get to focus the Shifty Lookout probably with 2.
Yep, because that's your only blocker, and that also negates his manipulating your hand size.
Right. Now, I guess he could have put the third one on Dash, but you're right. It's better to do that because then now he'll still be able to get his full 6 cards here. Yep. Now, he hasn't played very big units yet, but I think it's only a matter of time here, and the dial's still at 5, so.
Yeah,
so I really probably
fair amount of big stuff there.
I really probably should have played Falcon. So.
Well, had he not locked down Dash, I mean that wouldn't have been a bad thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So, and Dash does have a black tactics.
Yeah. And it left me with more resources next turn. I would have had to double focus Fortune and Fate.
Yeah.
So he's got a Sith library. And there is the Inquisitor. So Inquisitor is such a good card. I mean, he's got 2 black guns, the black tactics, and once per turn you can draw a card and then discard a card. So you can basically get rid of the worst card in your hand and cycle through your deck pretty quickly there.
And because you can do it on your turn and your opponent's, it's effectively like cycling 2 cards per full turn.
Yep.
So, which is insane.
Yeah. So.
And if you find his lightsaber also, then he becomes, all of a sudden, he can one-shot a main and tactics, kind of like Yoda does once he gets beyond. Yoda gets so many guns to where you don't even care.
Right.
You just know he's going to kill something.
So,
and tactics.
Yeah, so it looked like he used the Inquisitor there. Draw a card, going to discard something. Again, just cycle through cards that aren't helping you as much.
Yeah, if nothing else, you use it to build your edge hand or get the cards you want to play next turn.
Yeah.
The thing, you've only got that one guy committed. If he draws that Force Shockwave, that's going to take out.
Yeah, it is.
Your lookout, it's going to damage the other guy. It's going to put a damage on Dash.
Yep, it sure is. That thing costs 3 though, so.
Yeah. I think I see a well paid in your hand, so it looks like you might have be able to play a few things next turn.
Yeah, that'll help. Because I can get Falcon out, and if I have another vehicle, I might be able to get something else out too. Could use some more resources again. But I guess I wouldn't be able to play a resource probably with well paid. Although you could play the one from Beyond the Rim, because that's not limited.
Yeah.
So, all right. So it looks like he's just gonna commit the Inquisitor, basically kill my stolen ATSD. He's still got a few cards left there. Looks like he's got 5.
I must have missed it. When did the Shifty Lookout get a second tactics?
That's when he used the telekinetic strike. That it puts 2 tokens on if balances with the dark side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did it at the end of my turn.
Yeah, I knew he'd used it. I just didn't remember that it did 2.
All right, so I played Well Paid, and then I played Tiderium for 2, and now I'm playing Lady Luck for 3, and Han as a pilot on Tiderium. Okay.
Yeah, another thing I was saying with the if he does get that Force Shockwave, even though he's going to kill like 1 unit, but if he does it when you attack or something, he's got the Dark Council out there, so effectively anything you attack with is going to double focus because it's all going to be damage.
Yep, sure is. So I guess I'm trying to decide. I'm putting Han on Tiderium here. So Tiderium has the 2 white tactics, and it gets edge based on how many units your opponent puts in the engagement. Mm-hmm. And also, if it gets destroyed, you decrease the Death Star dial by 1. And Lady Luck has 1 black blast, 1 white blast, 1 black gun, 1 white gun. And when it focuses a strike, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, you put 1 in your hand, you put 1 on the bottom of your deck, and you discard 1.
Right, and that's the thing that can work with the computer because it lets you draw from the bottom of your deck.
Right. So as long as I can focus the strike with it, I might be able to make use of the computer. So looks like I'm sending Tiderium after Power of the Dark Side. And Han, as a pilot, his ability is you can, once per turn, you can keep somebody out of the engagement. So I'm probably keeping the Inquisitor out here.
Yeah, problem is you have no blast with your attacking unit.
Right.
Well,
I'm guessing I'm trying to use Tiderium to lock stuff down.
Sure. Power of the Dark Side. I was thinking you were going after the Vaders.
No, I'm going after Power of the Dark Side, the one that does the damage to committed units, since I'm hopefully trying to keep things from getting committed here. So.
Well, you can also lock down the 2 guys that are committed to the Force and theoretically take it back.
Well, the Wraith, it doesn't matter if I lock them down. I have to lock the Inquisitor and the Functionary down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. And then the Wraith will give him 2. You could commit Dash, for example.
Right, and get 3, yeah. All right, so he's going to defend with the Sith Warrior and shield the Sith Warrior. So I've got Edge 1 now. This is a pretty critical edge battle here. I hope I can win it.
Yeah.
I'm probably a little worried. I haven't seen any Palpatines or Vaders, and he might be holding them for edge.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so I'm trying to decide, do I want to put a second card in. I put one in, and he put an Echoes of the Force in, so he's going to win that edge battle. And I've got that. I played the Chud from the Lady Luck set that when it goes to discard, you get to put a card in hand. What are those things called? I'm trying to remember what their names were.
I don't remember.
I know that's what they do. They are
like
the Cloud City Technicians. Yeah. So he's going to kill Tydirium here, so I'm going to lose my pilot Han. That kind of stinks.
Yeah.
But the dial will go back down to 4 since he killed Tydirium. In the left play. Hopefully I'll remember that. And now I'm going to send Dash and Lady Luck in after something. Probably Dark Council, I would think.
Yeah, it's overkill to go for the top objective.
Yep.
So now he still has all his potential blockers.
Yes, he does. One of them being the Inquisitor.
Yeah. And the thing is with now Dash, for example, if he even takes a damage from like a heat or something, when he strikes, he's going to triple focus.
Right, yeah, because he committed Dash with his Echoes there.
Yeah.
I probably should have put more in that edge battle. I'm a little surprised. Oh, cat interference there. Got her out of the way.
She's there to help you. She's trying to take out his units.
Now there we just remembered about Tydirium, so it went down to 4. Well, I gotta think he's gonna block with the Inquisitor.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Although I could potentially kill the Inquisitor if I win edge. What I don't want to see here is another... Oh, there it is. Administrative Detainment. Great. So he's going to double focus Dash.
Why was it?
Sorry, single focus, right? It only double telekinetic strike does tokens based on balance, and administrative detainment gives an extra token if something's damaged. So I went all in there. I had 4, and he had a Visage of the Dark Lord. Jeez. So I went edge, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna Visage on Lady Luck, and he'll get to do 2 damage to something with the Inquisitor, and then also focus something. Now, Lady Luck is not elite. So I would think probably what he wants to do here is double focus Lady Luck, or put the focus on Lady Luck. He's going to focus Shifty Lookout. And hit Dash for 2, because then he'll be able to kill Dash with Power of the Dark Side anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that turn did not go well for me. So he's triggering Power of the Dark Side, doesn't damage to Dash because he won by 3 with the Force Wraith and Functionary. And the dial will go up to 6, and I have no blockers again. Now about the only thing saving me right now is the only blast he has is that Force Wraith on the board. But,
yeah, he needs Vader or Palp if he wants to start dealing some damage here.
Yeah. Now in this situation, something like Vader would be really good because it could take out Lady Luck.
Yeah.
Because he'd get an extra gun since I have things focused, and then he can deal damage to exhausted units anyway.
Yeah, Vader has basically targeted strike against exhausted units.
So then he's got another Sith library.
Yeah, he's got enough resources to do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, I think I definitely misplayed my turn where I could have played Falcon and probably blown up Dark Lord of the Sith, and then...
Yeah, that's really coming back to bite you.
And there is Vader, so... He had the 2 black guns, 1 black, 1 white blast, but like you said, he's basically got targeted strike against exhausted units, and he gains an extra gun if the light side player has 2 units exhausted, so he has 3 guns right now.
Yeah, so he can nuke Lady Luck all by himself.
Yep, so that's exactly what he did. He hit against all odds for 3, got rid of Lady Luck. And it's probably just going to sit back there with everybody again.
Now, the one other unit you got there, is that the Protector who's doing nothing?
Yep, the Protector is
Okay.
doing nothing thanks to that stupid functionary.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was saying there's no point in attacking with like Inquisitor to put a focus
Right.
on him because frankly you just don't care.
Yeah. So now I've got 4 resources again, so I can't even play Falcon, which I think I pitched that in that one edge battle anyway.
Yeah, I mean the only reason now to even care about getting rid of that protect guy is just because he's going to absorb Vader's location every
Right.
turn. If you get rid of him, then you can hit something else.
Right. And there's another Lady Luck.
Yeah.
Full price this time for 4. This just really is not looking good for me. And I have to focus the droid again. I'm sending Lady Luck in after Power of the Dark Side.
I guess that's become the bigger annoyance now.
Yeah, and I'm probably sitting there, well, I'm probably just trying to spread some damage around. And he's going to block with the Inquisitor and the Sith Warrior, and he's shielded the Inquisitor.
Yeah, because that gives him enough damage to kill Lady Luck again.
Yep. Unless I win edge and kill the Sith Warrior first. He's probably got another stupid visage.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he put the shield on Inquisitor, because he would have, regardless what happens, he would have killed.
Right, he had another visage, it figures. So I'm 1 edge. I have, looks like I have 3 targets.
I think it's 2 targets and a heat.
Oh, 2 targets and a heat. Sorry, yeah. I couldn't see the bottom card, so I heated the Sith Warrior and 2 targets. And he's going to kill Lady Luck thanks to the Sith Warrior and the Inquisitor. Get an extra focus on the shifty lookout.
Yep.
Dial will go to 8.
It's a slow, painful death.
Yeah, and now he's bringing back a Royal Guard champion because he won by 3.
Yep. Good times.
Yeah, it hasn't been that slow, but it's been a painful death here. I got a little bit of damage out, but...
Yeah, it hasn't been that slow because you haven't been able to take Force either.
Right, I mean, this deck that Brim came up with is definitely a hybrid deck, and like I said, I probably should have been trying to play the vehicles because of the stupid Dark Lord of the Sith at the beginning, and I went and played Dash that one turn, but that was a mistake on my part. I'm not sure if ultimately would have made a big difference, but...
Well, it's just he's been able to play the events and lock down your guys whenever it's needed to, pretty much every time.
Right.
So I don't know it would have made a big difference, because the Dark Lord, really the only thing it's been doing thus far is keeping your Protector locked down.
Right.
It's not doing anything anyway.
Right. And
I think the Inquisitor just got his lightsaber.
Yeah, he did. And then there's another Force Wraith. A little more blast.
Oh. Yeah, because you could send a Force Wraith, take out that against all odds. Which
Yep, that's what he's going to do. Dial go to 9. Yeah, I don't know if it's even worth him to kill anything by sending Vader in. He might be better off having Vader on the defense. No, I guess he is going to do something.
He's got so many guys.
Yeah.
He's got the guard. He's got the Inquisitor.
Yeah, he's going to kill the droid.
That way he's guaranteed to be able to win next turn if he takes out one more object.
Yeah, so...
And now you can't even play a character because it'll just tactics.
Right.
So that that's half your deck or whatever, or a quarter. I don't know how many characters are in there, but effectively any character you draw now is a dead card.
Yep. There is secret weapons. So my vehicles can't be targeted by enemy card effects right now while it's undamaged.
Oh boy.
Looks like I'm drawing a bunch of crap again. I mean, I think I have a Falcon in there at least, but too little too late right now. Oh, there's the Dilemma refueling station.
I'd forgot that pod was even in there.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything from that whole set till there. Mm-hmm. Shifty Lookout, which is just about to get focused.
Yeah, unless you got something else.
Yeah, Falcon, I can just play.
Yeah, barely. Yeah, so the Lookout's just going to lock down again, and you'll have just the Falcon. So...
Yep, so I will focus the Lookout.
And then I think no matter what happens here, he just kills you next turn by taking out against all odds. He's got
Yeah.
tactics on the board. Whether you attack the Falcon or save it for defense, he can lock it down to the Inquisitor and send Invader to finish against all odds.
Yep. So I had to focus the Shifty Lookout. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I guess I'm just trying to get one. See if I can actually blow up an objective. I'm
Well,
going after Power of the Dark Side. I should have just went after Dark Lord of the Sith. There's no way I'm surviving this turn. Next turn. So here comes the Inquisitor and the Sith Warrior probably, and the Royal Guard Champion. And
yeah, that's what I would block with.
yeah, Inquisitor. There we go, Sith Warrior. So he's gonna get a shield.
Yep, what you put on the Inquisitor.
Yep, shield on the Inquisitor. I'm surprised he didn't put the Royal Guard Champion there too, just get the edge. So
Yeah, because you have the edge one. Although you played a card anyway,
yeah,
that would have offsetted the edge bonus.
I might have had a target. That's why I probably tried to play it. There are a lot of targets in this deck. That is one thing about it. So, which would have been nice if it wasn't for stupid Visage twice.
Yeah, you played 2 targets in a heat that last edge battle.
I have one more. I do have Against All Odds out if I can trigger that somehow, but
I think as long as he,
I went all in.
You played your hand, so as long as he does the same.
Yeah, that's one of those cases where it's like, that's the only thing I can even attack with. You might as well just dump your whole hand to turn off Against All Odds just in case. And I had a target, and it looks like I had 7, and I think he had 6 maybe.
He needed that Royal Guard.
Yeah. So I think I actually am going to blow it up. Wow.
The only reason to save the Royal Guard is you could have theoretically pulled Falcon out and then blown up the other one. But all of this is pretty much irrelevant. You're still going to lose on your turn.
Yes, I am.
Or when he goes, I mean.
Yeah. I'm going to lose when his turn starts, basically.
Yeah.
So he shields one of the damage from Falcon. I pull Falcon out before he shoots back. Not that it really matters.
Yeah.
And I did blow up an objective at least. Yay!
Oh, and he still gets to throw a tactics out there.
Yep, there's a tactics on Falcon. And he has a telekinetic strike too if he needs it. And I think I just scooped there because I knew he had it next turn. But
yeah.
So that just goes to show how good that deck can actually be when it gets rolling there. It's defensive, but
yeah, he never saw Palpatine. He didn't get any real damage until Vader hit the table.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to keep Force, or I don't think he would have been able to keep Force against like a Jedi deck the way he could against that deck that just didn't have the big units that it would have done. And again, having half if it was all characters, for example, then you've got typically at least one of them is useless enough that you can use Vader's objective on it, on something like a nudge or whatever, and keep your important guys around. So, like you had your Shifty Lookout out there the whole game, you never once got to use its ability.
No, I mean, even when I thought I was going to, he used telekinetic strike on it and locked it down. Right. So, yeah, well, anyway, so that was an interesting game. It was fun to try to play that deck. They had Lady Luck and stuff in there. I don't usually play that set too much, and I think I made some bad plays. Just like definitely the turn I probably should have at least tried to play Falcon because it wasn't going to do me much good to have characters on the board with that stupid Dark Lord of the Sith still turned on. I probably should have just bit the bullet there, but I didn't. Yeah. I'm not sure it really would have mattered. He had a pretty good board state at that point.
Well, it's because he was able to lock down Dash when he attacked. If he had not been able to do that, it wouldn't have been so bad.
Right.
But yeah, you either needed a bunch of characters or you needed no characters with that objective out there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, thanks again for joining me for commentary. Appreciate it as always, Derek.
Anytime.